Okay, it's been a couple days since I've been on here, and I haven't talked about the Moscow case for a while. I wanted to bring up a few things on this case involving rumors and opinions that's been posted all over the internet. But before we go any further, if you like this content, uh, please hit like and subscribe, and we'll keep this going. We can get this self defense community going, and the stories that I've been given in the comments about people who have survived certain situations, it helps me as an instructor, and other people learn from these things. So the more information we get out there, the safer we can make our communities. But let's get into this where we talk about some of the opinions. If you have an opinion, say it's your opinion. If it's just a thought or an idea of some of the process you've done with the information that's been given out, say that. People are saying that we have a reliable law enforcement source close to the case. One of those came out recently. Somebody made a comment that there was a warrant issued for one of the individuals in the house. That's not true. Another one stated that a reliable law enforcement source close to the case has told us that the suspect's phone has a stockpile of photographs of one of the individuals that was killed in the house. But they don't know if it was downloaded off the internet or if the individual took the pictures themselves. Well, if it was a reliable source, they would have already gone through the internet, they'd already gone through the phone, they'd have compared photographs, they would have known that those were downloaded or not. So they're not that close. If it's not given to you from the FBI, from the state police, the city police, the county sheriff's office, or the courthouse, then it's not a reliable source right now because there's still a gag order in place. One of the reasons this gag order was put in place is because it could compromise the jury pool, for one thing. Latah County has 40,000 people in it. 40,000 people, there's been over a billion comments made on this case worldwide. Out of 40,000 people, people are going to hear this. Where are they going to get a jury pool from that hasn't heard something that they believed? So a lawyer here in the state of Idaho, Edwina Elcox, she had made the comment that if an individual in her office had leaked information like this, they would no longer be employed. I can guarantee you that if it's a reliable law enforcement source that's part of the investigation, that they're leaking information, they will lose their jobs and be criminally prosecuted. And so a reliable source, no. Opinion, sure. If you have opinions, just say that's what it is. We got to start being honest. This can compromise the entire case. Another thing brought up was the residence. People saw it boarded up and they thought for sure that, things are going on. They said that the individual who owns the residence is selling it, or no, it was donated to the university. They're going to take a loss on the home. They're going to get a tax write-off, yes, but they're still going to take a loss on the rental, the future rental, and everything else. They decided to donate it to the university, and a spokesman for the university has stated, and this is fact, they have stated they want it tore down by this semester. Not sure if they can, but that's their goal, is they want it tore down by this semester. They don't know what they're going to put in its place. They've talked about a memorial. They never said it was going to go there. They never said where a memorial is going to go. They just want to put up a memorial. The reason they boarded this place up and put fences around it is because too many people are getting too close to it. People are trying to get what they can to get posted out there and get as many clicks as they can possibly get. One person said that this will affect the prosecution if they tear the house down. No, all the evidence has already been taken out from both sides. They both had their professional or their evidence techs in. So it's all the evidence is already out of that residence. Now it's just an empty home. So it has been donated, and they're talking about putting up a memorial. That's another question I have for people. I've seen comments made on both sides of this where why would they put up a memorial for 4 individuals who are murdered? What did they do to deserve a memorial? it's closure, guys. Small community, small college. It's closure. They have a memorial for these guys. It reminds people of who they were, and the families get closure out of this. The university gets closure out of this, and the city gets closure. So if you don't agree with it, make a comment. That's okay. I'm not going to argue with you. And having your own opinion on that, that's okay. That's what we're here for. So, but just be decent about it. I've seen some pretty harsh comments about the memorial idea, and there's no need for it. There's just no need. Be decent with these people. Be decent with survivors. Be decent with everything that's going on there. So come June, you'll see a lot more come out. Unfortunately, come June, you're also going to see a lot of people making their opinion. But for right now, that's all I'm going to talk about this case for right now. I want to talk about something else. I just did a residential threat assessment. I do that for part of our business, and we donated this to an individual. And what I want to talk about when it comes to residential threat assessments, what we do is we approach your residence as a burglar. We look at it on 3 rings, from the outer perimeter, the neighborhood area, to your fence line, to your property line in your home. Then we look at your home, and we look for cameras and lighting and any other place that would be a good resource or a good place to locate these things. And then we check your locks and your window security. We make sure you have the right screws and the right plates in each one of your windows or doors. I've invented a security system for sliders that we'll be putting out to market here pretty soon. But it's to help prevent break-ins in your residence. And what we do is we go inside your residence and we look for safe locations. We look for ways to defend your home, and we help the family create a home defense plan in case of a burglary. I do teach that if somebody breaks in your home, to not hunt them down unless you need to get to your children or somebody else in your home. You need to go help secure them. Your best thing to do is have a safe location with your entire family when they're safe, and wait for law enforcement and defend yourself if needed. And the reason I say not to go on the hunt is who here has ballistic vests, radio contact, and backup. If you don't have those things, going on the hunt's a little rough. And so, but the one thing that happens is some people, if you have a spouse or an ex-spouse that has threatened you in any way, and that's a terrorist act to me. That is terrorizing you and your family. And when you make a home defense plan, don't make your home your prison. You can fortify it, make it your fortress. That's great. That's fine. Have a plan. Have the tools you're going to use in this plan, but don't make it your prison. Live your life. Just be more vigilant. If you've got somebody who is stalking you or somebody who's threatened you, live your life. Just be more vigilant and have your tools with you at all times and have a plan. When you make this plan, make sure this plan is fluid. If things change during an attack or whatever happens, and you've made your plan so set in its way that if it doesn't work out the way you want to and the criminal doesn't cooperate with you, you're in trouble. Your plan is a baseline, but make it fluid. That way, if something happens, you can flow with it, and you can change it, and you can adapt to what needs to happen at that point. So when you decide to do your residential threat assessment, go through your home, look for your dark spots. You know where your hideouts are. You know where you can put family to be safe. You know where you can set up a security location for law enforcement to get there. When law enforcement does arrive, stay on the phone with them. Let them know what's going on. Tell them where you're at, and if you are armed, don't let the bad guy knock on the door and say it's the police. Talk to dispatch. Ask them to give you an identification number. I want their badge number. And then you ask the person at the door what their badge number is. If they can't give it to you, it's not the good guys. These are just little things that we can do to make our lives more secure. And again, like I said, if you have a story, please put it in the comments. It helps each other out. If somebody hears your story and they may have had the same story, it helps them with healing. It also helps them, other people who might be worried about this from happening to them, it'll help them make a plan. So make plans. Be ready, be vigilant. I hope you have a great week this week. Stay vigilant, stay safe. Have a great night.